Hey everybody. Alright, so what we're going to do today is it's the day before Easter. I'm out here, I'm cleaning up my Pitboss, so I figured I'd give you a review. So let's see, I bought my Pitboss Austin XL the day after Christmas. So I've been using it from that point. I use it at least 2 days a week. Not as much as some people out there, but I'm going to give you a little review of what I have on mine, how I use mine, things I use to keep my temperature, as in my digital thermometers and stuff like that, my wireless thermometers, and how I clean it. And I'm actually in the process of cleaning it. I'm going to be doing a turkey for Easter, so I'm going to give you a little review here. So give me 1 second and I'll bring it right back and show you what we're working with. Thanks. Alright everybody, so here is, like I said, I'm in the process of cleaning it out for my turkey cook-off. So here's my thermometer. So what I use right here, I do clean that. That is your control thermometer. So what I use is just distilled white vinegar. I put it on some paper towel and I clean that off right up in here. You can see inside it does get a little greasy. I'll put my heat deflector plate on. You can see a little bit of grease down in here. Still wiping that out. The drain for it is right down here. That goes to your bucket. My fire pot right here. So when you first get your Austin XL, or for any Pitboss for that matter, they tell you to prime it. What I do is I actually put a handful of pellets in there to start with as I'm priming it. Or when I primed it, I should say. And then after you prime it, your auger is full of pellets. So then when I do a cook after that, like I said, I put a handful of pellets in here and I just stack them up right around your heating element, which is right here. Some people have had their heating element trip their GFI. I have not, so I have not had any issues with that. But you can see, you know, you do get a little bit of soot built up in there, which to me, no big deal. That's part of having it. But as far as this goes, is if you just watch it, I've seen reviews of fires down there. As long as you take care of this, any Pitboss grill or any pellet grill, I don't care what you have, as long as you take care of it, it will take care of you. I vacuum out my fire pot after every cook or before I do another burn on it. So you can see it is sooty and it is dirty, which is fine. I mean, there is a fire in there. That is no big deal to me. I just use a basic shop vac right here to clean everything out. As far as my utensils, I use a Thermopro TP20 right here. You can see I have both of my probes that I use. I do put one on the grate, and I'll show you how I set that up here. And I did also get this TP2, I think it is. If you follow Thermopro on Instagram, if you post a picture of you using a Thermopro, they will actually send that to you for free every now and then. So that's what I did. So what I do is I actually hang my TP20 right here from my pellet box. Seems to be the best. Do I wish it was magnetic? Yeah, every now and then I do. Some people don't know this, but right here on the side of your barrel, that hole right there, that comes through right there. That is where I run my thermometer or my probes. So let me get this set up and I'll show you what I have, how I set it up. Give me 1 second. Alright, so what I did was I put my deflector plate back in. Underneath this, there is your other I don't know what you would call it. I call it a heat deflector plate. It sits right over your auger system. Some people say that they have an issue with it. I have not. The only thing that I am thinking about doing is right underneath here. You can see, I guess you can't really see, but I can stick my finger underneath there. So from what I understand on all of the Austin XLs and the Pro 1100s, right here is the ledge that sits underneath there. That is where your deflector plate sits on. As it heats up, the heat comes right up here and blows right on your thermometer. I don't really have too much of an issue with temp swings. My thought process is you are burning wood pellets. So as they heat up down in here, down in your burn pot, as they burn, it is going to get a little hotter. As they burn off, your temperature is going to go down. That's just my thought. Some people may say it a little different. I don't know. That's up to you. This is your sear plate right here, as you can see. I have not done the modification yet, drilling a hole through here and running a rod onto this tab. I have not done that. I do plan on doing that in the future. But as you can see, your sear plate is not the biggest, but it does work. I've had friends that have used it. I personally have not. I've cooked hamburgers, hot dogs, everything on here. I just plan a little longer. I've had no issues with it. You can see it slides just fine. I slide it over, cover it up just fine. Inside here, this is your pellet box. Like I said, I am cleaning it, so you can see the auger down in there. I'm actually changing out my pellets right now. What I use is this competition blend. I got that from Lowe's. I have noticed a little bit of a difference between my competition blend at Lowe's and what I usually buy at Walmart. They're the same price. I don't know what the difference is, but I have noticed it in wood color pellets, or in the color of the wood pellets, I'm sorry. This right down here, this is your trap door. Right here on the back, you just unscrew this and slide that out. When you want to change pellets, drains right out of there. You will still have the pellets in here. No big deal. Those should burn off as you're letting it get up to temperature. Other than that, you have your basic plug right down here. As far as your control panel, my Austin XL has a window. It's nice to see how many pellets are in there. Not necessary, I guess. Excuse me. Here's my controller. So you do have your P setting button, your power button, and your prime button. Right here are your two probes that come with it, and your dial to set it up to temp. You do have your smoke, 200, 225, 250, 300. No 275 on there. Some people say they wish they had it. It's no big deal to me. I did make this. I've seen it on a couple Facebook posts. P number, the lower the number, the less smoke, more heat. The higher the number, more smoke, less heat. That just depends on how fast, or the time interval between your auger spinning and putting pellets into the burn pot. So like I said, I've used this since December. You can see the inside of my hood, or my lid. It does get discolored. That's to be expected. The brush that I use, it is plastic. It's not metal. They recommend not using metal on the grates. And as far as the side tray, as you can see, it's dirty. I haven't cleaned it just yet after my last cook. I don't use it very often. When I do use it, I basically just set my food under there. It's not the most convenient due to the smokestack right there, but it is helpful. I am going to do the modification on here. I'm going to put a folding shelf on there. I just need time. But overall, I really don't have any issues with this grill. My theory is if you do not like something, you're going to post negative reviews about it. If you like it, you tend not to review anything about it. Let me put the grates on and I'll show you where I have my temperature probes. Give me 1 second. Alright, so one last thing here. I'm going to give you a little review. So here is that hole again. That's where I run my wireless probe, and I run it right to the back, and I set it on this side. As far as probe placement, for me, I think that's out of the way. I've seen some people put it on this side, up front. Personal preference. You do what you want to do. You can see that like I said, I scrub my grates down with this little plastic brush. It's plastic, the bristles work really good. It does have a nice scraper, so when you're done, you can scrape off your deflector plate. And right up here are the racks where you can put your top grate. I have used my top grate. It's actually inside right now, so I'm not going to run in and grab it. But as you can see, I like my Pitboss Austin XL. I hope you guys find this review useful. Anything else, give me an email with questions or anything. Like I said, I use mine at least 2 times a week, not as much as some people, but I have had no issues with it. You can see, keep it outside on my deck, no issues. So I hope you guys find this useful. Have a good day. Thanks again.